Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the former MVP Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons as they match up with Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the man taking number 3 overall back in 2008. It's their now veteran quarterback, Matt Ryan.
And at times, it's hard for me to believe I'm saying veteran Matt Ryan. Still remember him coming out of Boston College, full of enthusiasm, mastered their 2-minute drill in his first OTA. What a player.
On first down, Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Logan Paulson is known as more of a blocking tight end. He's never had more than 28 catches in a season, but a nice grab there. Those types of players can often surprise you.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Now it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. We're scoreless after one. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To throw is Ryan. It's a pickup of 17. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here's Ryan. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away.
We play to win.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Black 30.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in what obviously is a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Again, a run with Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Switzer on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
180. Mike, 45. Hey, me and you all day.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They run. Devontae Freeman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin Bush drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Bosher now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Here's Switzer. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got some decisions to make now. In field goal range already. How do you play this out?
You check with your kicker to make sure the spot that he told you that he wants it is still the same as the game is going on, because sometimes the kickers have to make adjustments. They may all of a sudden become more confident about their range and their spot. They may become less confident about it. Where do you want it, and what is the range that we need to get into for you to kick the one through the post for us to win it?
So this game possibly could end on the foot of the kicker here in overtime. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown. You got 2, son. He took you to school.
Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.